King Corn beats be killing shit.
We was powers on this earth once, and we was all about the mirth once. Idol worship, murder like the first of the month. Hit a nigga with the bick like he need a light. That's what you do when you on fourth, or else you gotta punt. But we ain't needed when we cry for Egypt flesh, nah. So it's Egypt that we got, and we hella mad. These crackers soaring off our shoulders like some helipads. They see our sweat, but they don't feel us like we holograms. I'll be damned, another black man shot again.
Shalom, seed of Israel from South Seattle in the building. Powerful brothers over there from my city. You know what I'm saying? The brothers over there performing mightily. I seen that they took y'all channel down, man. The devil's mad that y'all out there swinging sword the way that you do, man. We appreciate y'all. You know, shout out to the other brothers that's doing the work in truth and sincerity in the chat. Again, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe.
That favorite song and live up to them lyrics more than we trying to hold up to the Most High. That bag,
that's right.
That dope, whatever that it is that we got us feeling like we secure in it, when we should be secure in the Most High. We got to set our mind right on Him and constantly endure. He that endures to the end shall be saved, right?
Yeah. Set thy heart right and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble.
Don't make haste in the time of trouble. Don't jump when shit get crazy, right? But one thing that you should know is that the scared one, that's always the one that get dropped first, right? You react too quick, you don't think you move through, and then you gone before you know it. This is why we gotta have faith and stay anchored in the Most High. Hebrews 6, brother.
You gotta have a strong. Cleave unto Him and depart not away, that thou may be increased at the last end.
So that we could be increased at the last end. See, the American way is get it right now, instant gratification. Click and then receive. Leave a comment and then react. Drop a picture and then get a like. Everybody wants that instant gratification. But the Most High God said what's coming at the end is going to surpass anything that we ever seen in this wicked ass kingdom, right?
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. When we get in the gym and we're going to hit that bench press and it's a little sore, we know that if we keep going, what's going to happen is we're going to get our reps up, that muscle mass is going to increase, and we're going to be stronger at the end of the day. But we have a hard time looking at things that way in this captivity because we've been told that according to prosperity doctrine, if God loves you, you're going to get everything you ask for right away. Ain't going to be no chastisement for when you do something wrong, right? But this says that we got to do what? That again?
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. And that's for the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans, right? Because we are enduring chastisement as sons. Go ahead.
And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
When thou art changed to a lower state. We shouldn't flinch at the idea of that because we come from the bottom of the damn bottom. Right? So when we brought to a lower state, we should recognize that. And the way to climb out is always repent, right? Or it's just to keep moving forward. How many of our ancestors was brought to a lower state? Joseph, thrown into slavery by his own brothers, only to be lifted up by the Most High at the end and become a ruler.
That's right.
Right? King David himself, chased up out his own homeland, had to go hide from his own brethren. But what did he become? He became one of the greatest kings that Israel ever knew. Had the only united kingdom in Israel that he passed down to his son. That's what the type of things we need to be looking for. Go ahead.
For gold is tried in the fire and acceptable when in the furnace of adversity.
And this is the furnace of adversity. Us having to dwell amongst our oppressors and our brothers turned against brother. All in favor of trying to survive. Right?
Believe in Him and He will help thee. Order thy ways aright and trust in Him.
Order our ways aright and trust in Him. And the ways that we need to have are the law, statutes, commandments, and the Most High God. Let me get chapter 14, verses 13 through 17 in second.
Yeah, bro. Keep letting your spirit bear with it. Yeah, man.
I got next.
Yeah, man.
You don't want me to get to talking. You guys speaking that truth. So I can't think no fact. I gotta speak the truth.
That's facts.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14 and verse 13. Now therefore set thy house in order.
So you gotta set your house in order. You set your mind in order, then you set your house in order. Step 1, step 2. This is going back to Deuteronomy the 30th chapter that tells you got to recall into mind the things that you did wrong. Then you got to rectify those and then teach your household. So we got to set our houses in order. So what's coming out of our houses is that good fruit that Yahushua talked about. Go ahead.
And reprove thy people.
And reprove your people. But how you going to tell somebody how to do better if you ain't got it right? Right? We got to be a shining example, not a dirty city example out here. Go ahead.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
And we all in trouble out here. All the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans is in trouble. Whether they're wearing a suit and tie on Wall Street, to the white man, they still a nigga. Just wearing a suit, right? So we got to be a comfort to our brothers and sisters of these last days. Realize that we all that we got. And it's never been any different.
Let go from these mortal thoughts.
Mortal thoughts are thoughts that perish with tomorrow and yesterday and things like that, right? But the immortal thoughts, those are the things that last forever, like these laws, statutes, and commandments. Love your brother. Don't sleep with your neighbor's wife. Don't steal from your neighbor. Don't lie to your neighbor. Don't set your brother up, right? Yeah. Don't make stories up about your brother, right? How many t-shirts have we ever had to press up because there was a rumor going around, right? That's what breaking the commandments does. I don't know about you over there, brother. I don't know about y'all over there, but I'm tired of making clothing lines up out of homeboys, right?
Let go of the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of men.
The burdens of men. Like I got to clock in every day and then I got to clock out every day. And everything has to revolve around that. When it's really everything should be revolving around the Most High in His way. Otherwise, we always going to fold and we always going to compromise when it comes to should I keep the laws or not.
Otherwise, pray more.
Put off now the weak
right?
nature.
Put off the weak nature.
Pray, but I need to pray more.
Weak nature are these ideas that's embedded in us through the entertainment industry. Right? That nigga ain't nothing and you got to call that nigga nothing so that you can feel like you something. That's weak nature. I got to destroy my brother so that I can feel like I'm the one that's on when really it is. You can ask him how he got where he's at. Admire what he did and he can show you the way. But the weak nature is that I got to destroy brothers and sisters that look just like me. And that's our own downfall, right? Massa sitting back laughing while we do it to each other and they ain't even got to send the lynch mob out no more. Go ahead.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. Man, if I leave the house today, my girl gonna be mad. She ain't gonna want to give me none, and I'm gonna have to.
God, working. That's the one I need to hear.
All praises to the Most High, and it be like that. See, it's the things in this world that keep us glued to this world. Like you know the story of Lot and his wife, right? So she was glued, and she couldn't put away the things that was weak. She couldn't put away the things that was most heavy under her. So she looked back when she wasn't supposed to.
Ooh.
She looked back at it like Trina, and she got hit with that fire and got turned to a pillar of salt. We got brothers and sisters that's out here in this very day. We got brothers across the nation that's wearing fringes that's too glued to what's going on in Babylon that's going to get fried when it's all done. Right? Because they can't put off the weak nature, put off the dust that's heaviest to them. When the Most High said, I'm here to lighten your load, I'm going to send my son, and he's going to teach you how to do it in a simple way. Right?
And haste thee to flee from these times.
Hasten to flee from these times. But we want to stay locked into these times. They're like, it's 2022. You know, you guys are supposed to go with the grain. No, we're supposed to go against the grain to flee from these times, right? Go ahead and drop that. Let me get Revelations 2 and 9. Revelations 2 and 9 to 11, my brother. You ready to go in with that, really?
You gotta know how I get. I don't like that, bro. You could have put right in over there, right there. Like, my bad, you guys. I love you guys.
Are you good?
I'm liking that. When they come to our neighborhood, like
the
you
book of Revelation, chapter 2, in verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation.
The Most High knows our works and He knows our tribulation. He knows the things that we're going through, the things that are heavy on our backs, the burdens that we carry, right? Yeah.
In poverty, but thou art rich.
He's saying that even though we live in check to check and we got to work 2-3 jobs just to have almost enough, right? And our oppressor moving right next to us, and he got everything that he needs. He got 2 Volkswagens, he got a dog, including his wife, another dog, right? He got all that. We got to look at that and we got to measure ourselves up against him. He knows that we are going through these things, but he says that really we're rich because it's something in our bank. You ever heard of a trust account? White people get their kids a trust account.
I heard of it a little later than when I was supposed to hear about it, but I heard about it.
They bring that out. We be disenfranchised in that way. They get their kids a trust account, say when you reach a certain age, you get to tap into these millions. The Most High got it the same way for us. You know what I'm saying? We rich. The Most High.
Believe in the Most High.
Bring it out.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
You're talking about them dirty rats over there in our land now, go ahead.
But are the synagogue of Satan. For none of these things which thou shalt suffer, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
The devil gonna cast some of us into prison for this, you know what I'm saying? So never mind, I gotta clock in for work on this day and that day and I can't make it to camp. We gonna be trying to where the devil gonna cast some of us into prison, right? A lot of us don't know that they trying to vote on putting prison camps in Washington State for brothers and sisters that don't want to take that.
On us.
That's right.
Trying to push that shit on us.
That's right. In that prison, he's gonna take your temperature and see, are you with him or was you with the Most High God that you pray to, that you act like you worshiping in them church houses? This is what we trying to warn you, brothers and sisters, about, is that this is coming and ain't nothing you can do to dodge it. You ain't gonna jump to the right hand or to the left hand and get out the path of this.
Or their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that hath the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name.
And you see that? So the Most High is testing you on a daily basis. So that buying and selling the things that you put foremost before the Most High God. He's saying the devil gonna make it to where you can't buy or sell. You ain't gonna be able to do your heart's content unless you got this mark of the beast. So you really gotta pick a side. You gotta get down or lay down. That's a concept we ought to understand.
You see, you bringing me closer. You know, it's hard to bring. You know, I'm the hard-headed one out the crew, but you got me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta convince me. You feel me? And I'm hard to convince. You know, I'm not like convince. This is just real. You know what I mean? I love the real.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
66.6% of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans destroyed right here in Babylon, while 33.3% get to go through the fight. Right? That's a small number compared to what we really amount to. Right? We outweigh the white man across the world. Right? He's the real minority. So for it to be that 66.6% of us gotta die for not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and for obeying the ways of the white man instead of the Most High God, that's a big deal. That's a lot of blood. Right? You know when you smell a little bit of blood, that injury that won't stop leaking, and it starts to smell real weird on you? Right? Or you ever smell burnt hair? Burnt hair, that's what that burnt flesh smell like.
That shit ain't meant to be burnt like that. I got a different perspective of it. I'll give you a break, right? Because you be doing good. That shit ain't meant to be burnt like that, right? It ain't meant. Our brothers weren't meant to have that blood on us. Right? Is that what you meant?
That's right.
The smell of burnt hair and the smell of blood.
But the smell of burnt flesh too. Like
okay, my bad.
You good. You on point. So you walking with me. So when burnt flesh happen, like you ever smell somebody get burnt real bad or a gunshot, it smell like it a little bit, right?
Talking about that old blood. It ain't.
No,
I'm saying it wasn't meant to be.
I'm talking about the skin burning. So the blood.
Now, let me soak it up.
The blood plus the skin burning. Imagine that multiplied by 66.6% of us. That's a bad smell. That's traumatic, right? If we would just imagine how real it's going to get out here, just with little things like that, we would change our
the people that sacrifice for us.
The people that's not doing the law, statutes, and commandments, right? How he just read 666, they're going to get that lake of fire. That lake of fire is going to be on burning them alive, right?
Now I see. Okay, boom. Okay.
Right, so that's a terrible smell coming up out of Babylon. And that's not going to be a sweet savor to the most.
Now I'm on point. You see, sometimes I think too hard. My brothers know I'm a thinker.
It's all good as long as you're thinking. That's a delight. That's a delight. Brothers asking questions.
That's all.
Let's get Mark 13 and 12.
I ain't gonna say nothing else.
Mark 13 and 12 and 13.
The word.
Hey, feel free, bro. If you got questions, if you got something to add.
You guys are doing good, man. I'm telling you. Got me inspired, man. Got me inspired. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what it's about, man.
Mark 13, 12 and 13.
What it's about, bro.
The book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 12. Now the brother shall betray the brother to death.
And when things get really hard, now we're talking about you can't buy, you can't sell. People are going to get put to the test. So we're going to need these laws, statutes, and commandments more than anything. Brothers is going to decide, hey, I'm going to have to betray my brother because it's hard to eat out here.
Not everybody.
Right? It's already been hard to eat, but it's going to be amplified. Right? The laws, statutes, and commandments, that's the only thing that's going to get us through in a wise manner. Right, with it.
And the father, the son, And children shall rise up against their parents and shall cause them to be put to death.
So everybody gonna be betraying each other, right? When it's time for them camps to come, them prison camps, look, you can't live here no more. They gonna come here. They gonna start checking how we got things set up. You gonna get your brother and your sister in trouble, right? Because they allowed to lock children up in them prison camps too that I just talked about. Well, yeah.
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
And we're gonna be hated of all men for our name's sake. And to be real, we should already know what that's like. So imagine us going through all of those things just to get burnt up in that lake of fire at the end of the day. You mean to tell me I had to live seeing my oppressor get one up on me every day? My wife don't want to listen to me every day. My kids don't want to listen to me, and now I got to fry too? Like we talking about some damn ezels? No, it can't. It ought not be so.
So you're saying surrender yourself to the higher? You know me, bro. Know how I am. I like to ask. Are you saying surrender yourself to the higher power, right? To God, right?
Romans 13.
I was just praying that last night. You know me. If I get to praying, something, but not like you don't just have to pray for something bad gonna happen. You want to try to pray for something good. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Good energy to come. You know.
That's real. That's how. Sometimes we gotta be that good energy before we even have the nerve to pray. Because the scriptures say that if you turn your ear from hearing the law, your prayer gonna be an abomination. So imagine the Most High throwing up in his mouth because you had the nerve to ask him for something. You won't do the things you already asked you to do, right? You're talking about how you got to get the fringes together, right? That's the bare minimum. You got to get them fringes together so that when we pray, the Most High ain't like, damn, I got a nasty taste in my mouth all of a sudden. This nigga just prayed to me. I told him to wear fringes. I told him to grow his beard out. And it sound harsh and offensive at first. But guess what? Once you do that, the brother that's watching you, he gonna turn around and hurry up and make that change too. Now you being the inspiration, being the change you want to see. And it'd be hard. It'd be hard because we so used to everything else. But what we read earlier, we got to let go of the weak nature. And the things that make us weak is when we hear the word of God and then we think about what everybody else is going to think and we say, maybe, I don't know. You know, we question the Most High.
You gotta know you gotta know that you're with the Most High. Mm-hmm. I see where you're going.
And the way that you know you with the Most High is getting with the Most High and doing what he said. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy. Once we realize that it's one step at a time, it becomes natural.
I need it. I mean, I'm one of them. My brothers know me. I pray though. That's all that matters, right? I'm talking about not for me, for your brothers too. Am I right? Am I on the right track?
You gotta pray for your brother.
Like when you pray and you lost a lot of good people, that thug tears is coming out. I love you guys, but look, how when you pray, right? Am I right? Give me one.
I want you to come
give me one. Give me one.
I want you to come closer to me. I want you to come closer to me.
I'm talking about when you pray. Ain't you supposed to pray for your brothers too, not just you?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something that's hard to hear.
To look all over us. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't always about just yourself.
Look at me.
You know what I mean? You could be a thug, nigga. I love what you guys are doing.
Look at me.
It's bringing me in there.
I'm gonna tell you something that's hard to hear, right?
Because I'm a thug. You know what I'm saying?
But
you guys fuck with anybody over here? I'm with the shit.
You also a priest. Come here. I'm your brother. I'm your brother, right? I'm your brother, right? So look. All those prayers that we put up for our homeboys, right? What I just tell you, he that turns his ear from the law, his prayer shall be what?
Say it again. Say it one more time.
He that turns his ear from the law, his prayer shall be an abomination. An abomination is something that's gross. When you pray to the Most High, you don't want him to think that's disgusting.
I've lost so many, man. No disrespect, man. I've lost so many, man, from right here, man. Mm-hmm. So I respect what you guys is doing, man. I'm telling you, man. Something positive, bro, for the hood, bro.
That's real.
So I can say, bro.
We gotta start making them prayers count, brother. That's all I'm saying.
We done lost a lot of young niggas, dog. A lot of OGs, bro. Our shit, you know what I'm saying? So when I see this, you know what I mean? It's hard, I'm hard-headed. It's bringing me close, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys, bro. For doing something positive for the hood, bro. If somebody fuck with y'all, dog, or my mama, dog, for real, bro. That shit means a lot to me, bro. Seattle, bro, South Seattle, bro. It means a lot. Somebody is preaching the word in our hood. People don't know, nigga. But you know me, how I get, that Tupac, that thug, that emotional. It feels good to see black people come, bro. Because that's all they say about us in Seattle is all we do is this. That's not what we're doing right here. They preaching the word. They coming together. They ain't hurting each other. We ain't trying to kill each other. But you know what I mean? I lost my nephew. You know what I'm saying? I lost my brother years ago. We lost a lot of brothers. And me, it made me be one to, turn myself to God. I can admit it. I can admit that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not perfect. I be like, do you stay a thug? Or do you turn yourself to God? Okay, now you got the spotlight on me. Let me talk, right? You know what I be thinking? Like right when you think you already with God. God is with you, right? Because you might already think. What if somebody saved your life? Listen to what I'm going with this. God might have saved your life, and and somebody saved you and didn't have to save you. Who was that? God, right?
That's right.
I'm on the right track.
That's right.
So listen to what I'm saying, my nigga. I love y'all, my brothers. The world wants people to think that okay, because niggas is thugs or whatever, right? They can't do good. They ain't never did nothing good or whatever. But that ain't true to me. Because I always see something good in our brothers, man, and our sisters, man. You know what I mean? They always say, oh, you know how I am, thug, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta use this and look at the bigger picture. Look at what you guys are doing for the hood. This is a lot. This is a lot, bro. In the middle of the heart of the South End, some niggas ain't doing it. I'm gonna keep it real. I wouldn't even do it, but I would do it. Cause it's called inspiration. You guys are inspiring me. Cause I got a different type of message. Cause look at what they tried to do to black people from the beginning of time. My bad. I'm not over talking about it, but I'm saying I got a little bit of a message too. Look at what they tried to do to black people at the beginning of time. COINTELPRO. We didn't even know that shit exists. But it do exist, right? So that lets you know they want to, they think I just don't talk nothing positive, but I'm on my way, right? Look, they want you to turn something against your brother, bro. I mean, they want to turn, and when you're really from the hood don't mean, oh, gangster. Hood mean, remember neighborhood, maybe ride your bike through the hood, shoot a jumper in the hood. That made hood into some shit that the hood wasn't even about. Nigga, the hood was about coming together with your brothers, nigga. Remember? And protecting the neighborhood. Anyway, I'm going too deep. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't always about gang banging. Because really, nigga, you had to protect your brothers if they came to your neighborhood. And I'm going to go deeper. Because I like how I'm inspired. That's good. But the white man, tell you what the white man don't do. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to tell you what the white man don't do. They have not invented as many things that the black man has invented in this country. We invented plenty of things, man.
Yeah, inside with us.
I know, my bad. I love y'all. My bad, bro. I just wanted to say that. I love you guys. I swear to God.
Verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
2 parts shall be cut off and die. That's 2/3. That 2/3 is that 66.6% we just talked about. Just making it all the more real. So you got the decimal and you got the fractions, right? Go ahead.
But the third shall be left therein.
The third shall be left therein. If you want to be a part of that 1/3, you got to do what's necessary, right? Can't be no more excuses. Them excuses come from that weak nature. Them excuses come in many forms and for different reasons, but we got to learn to shake them off and do what we are called to do, or we're going to get shut down right with Babylon. Right? You see the Statue of Liberty fall over, and then that's your last.
Guys, another question? Am I good? I like to ask. What do you do? Is anybody that ask me, what do you do with all you know is being a thug nigga?
Deuteronomy 30. See, you gotta realize that when you talk about
that's my last question.
When you talk about being a thug, like it's what do you stand on as a thug? Like everybody don't thug the same way, do that?
Nah, especially not the way I do it.
So let's make an example. We had Simon the Zealot during the time of what the world called Christ. He was a thug. He was from a gang. He was from a gang called the Zealots, right? And what they did was they rebelled against the Romans. People right now would look at him like he was some kind of scumbag, right? But he still served the Most High. And he became one of the apostles of God. So you could thug it out, but you gotta thug it out on behalf of the Most High. You gotta thug it out on behalf of the Most High the way He say to do it, right? We talk about G code. It's the G code we're really supposed to be abided by, and that's right here in this book, right? Ones that's following the real G code, they gonna be a part of that 1/3. The one that's not,
I need to get up in that book.
That's real. That's real. Read Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, then read Deuteronomy the 30th chapter. From 1 to 7, you gonna feel that. Let's let him hear.
Okay, go on. I'm done.
30:1.
That's the only question I had.
For real, watch this. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse.
Right now we dealing with the curse. Brothers might have a pantry, but we don't put food in the pantry. We put extra shit in there that we can't find space for. Right? I had a pantry full of cups. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, it felt cool because it was like, damn, we got a pantry in there. But we couldn't put no food in there. If we was lucky on a good day, we had extra cup of noodles.
I am listening.
Hey, good. So we gotta call to mind the curses, right? We in these curses, right? And so while we in these curses, while we being afflicted the way that we are, what do we do?
Which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among the nations.
We gotta call them to mind. We gotta call the curses to mind. We gotta wonder how we so skilled at everything we skilled at, but we still so disenfranchised. We still treated the way that we treated. We still so low. We still can't get it together, right? We're not doing things based upon the Most High, but we gotta call that to mind where we at. So while you thugging, you gotta call to mind the things that you did as opposed to the laws of God, right? Then the next step is what? Watch this.
Whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy God.
It means the next thing you do is you return to the Most High God. I've been doing this opposite of the Most High, this opposite of the Most High, and all those things that's opposite, you put that down. Everything else you keep.
God.
Right?
Thank you, God.
There you go. And then that makes you whole, brother. Watch this.
And shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day.
Then you start to obey his voice according to all that he has commanded you. The rest of that shit that the world, they just got a problem with because they used to be in suit and tie in the Christian church. Hey, to hell with it. At least you're obeying the laws at that point. And then what's going to happen?
Thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity.
Then he's going to do what?
Turn thy captivity.
Then he's going to reverse things to where the captivity ends, right? But it starts with you in your mind, realizing where you was wrong at and meeting the Most High where he's at in righteousness.
Realizing where you was wrong at.
Boom, right? Because we can't blame nobody else.
Boom.
Go ahead.
And have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Lord thy God hath scattered thee.
Then we going to get compassion. Then we going to get gathered to where our enemies can't trample on us, turn their nose up on us, and use us no more. Go ahead.
If any of thine be driven out unto the utmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee.
He going to get us no matter where we at.
And from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it.
Then we're going to be able to possess that land, right? But what happens if we keep our old mentality is we're going to go into that good, clean land, and then we're going to defile it all over again, right? Because it's not about where you at, it's what you bring to the table, where you going, right? Hold that. And let me get Numbers 35 and 33.
These guys know me. Let me, you know what I mean? Hey, look, you're right, but I'm one of them niggas that be, you know what I mean? Not these guys, they you know what they did to my nephew over there, but that you know you're hurting when it was years ago, and you're still hurting.
No, I know what you mean.
I wish I was there, you know. But if I was there, I probably wouldn't be here, right?
I feel you.
The book of Numbers, chapter 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
See, we worrying about going to the land right now, but we want to go to the land. And what's going to happen if we go there dirty on the inside? We're going to pollute the land where we go, right? Go ahead.
For blood it defiled the land.
We can't go there thinking about this side versus that side. We're going to go to the land and we're going to defile the land the same way we defile our neighborhood. Right? Go ahead.
Damn, I got to get it right, man.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
Then we in the same old loophole. The only thing that's going to cleanse that blood that we shed in the land is the blood of him that shed it. Now that goes for the white man too. But if we're trying to reverse the curses completely, we can't keep carrying on and going from this place to this place thinking that that's going to change the game. Like, we got to change it from in here. The heart. Set your heart aright, right? Let's go back to where we was at Zechariah 13. Let me know if I'm going too long.
Go ahead, bro. You good.
Y'all got me in the spirit.
Zechariah 13 and verse 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people.
He said they're gonna call on his name, and he's gonna do what?
I will say, it is my people.
That means he's gonna acknowledge us, meaning that their ears, those people that come to that fire, their ears ain't gonna be turned from hearing that law. Their ears ain't gonna be turned from, you shall not commit adultery, right? You shall not covet your neighbor's stuff, right? They gonna be able to hear those things, receive it, and put it in their action. Go ahead.
And they shall say, the Lord is my God.
Go ahead and get Jeremiah 30 and 3. Jeremiah 30 and 3 to 8.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 3. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, and saith the Lord, I will cause them to return to the land that I have gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it.
So that time is coming, right? Go ahead.
And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
What we got to realize is before that grace and mercy comes, in that lump sum, the deliverance of Israel, we're going to see trembling. We're going to see fear. We're going to see destruction, not peace. Go ahead.
Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child.
Have you ever seen a man go into labor with a baby? The answer is going to be no. Go ahead.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins?
If men don't go into labor, why is men holding their guts like they about to birth a baby? Go ahead.
And a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness.
I'm going to tell you why. First time I heard gunshots, I was at Martin Luther King Elementary in the classroom, and I had to take a shit all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? People are going to be losing control of their bowels in these last days because of all the trouble that's going to hit the fan, right? It's going to be a lot of destruction, a lot of death, a lot of bloodshed. The screams of men and women. Screams of men and women, that's something that'll keep you up at night. You hear enough screams. You hear a grown-ass man screaming at the top of his lungs. That's an uncomfortable situation. Sisters screaming down the alley because of God knows what. Those type of afflictions is about to hit the earth in a way that we've never seen before. Watch this. Go ahead.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
This day where that affliction come out, it's going to be so bad, nothing ever been like it. And people been murdering and going to war for centuries and millennia. Right? But this time, it's going to be like nothing the world ever
4 o'clock, you got to carry this shit.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
It's the time of Jacob's trouble. It's a time meant to test Jacob, the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. Go ahead.
But he shall be saved out of it.
But we going to be saved out of it. Now, hold that and let me get Amos 9 and 10. Actually, 9 and 9. Amos 9 and 9.
It's 2:25. Keep it in line.
The book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 9. For lo, I will command and I will sit the house of Israel among all nations.
See, it's talking about him gathering us about all nations. Jacob shall be saved out of it, right? Go ahead.
Like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
All the sinners are going to die by the sword, though. What's sinning? Breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? So we know that the Most High is going to keep his word. His word is that all of us that don't want to get on point,
that's why the commandments are there. You're right.
Which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
See, we've been tricked into believing that one sin is so small that it don't matter to God. And I could get away with this one because he know my heart and he loved me and I got a personal relationship.
They can't say that.
Yes, that's right. We can't say that because he said that the people that are thinking that this sin ain't going to prevent them from seeing the kingdom, they're going to be proven wrong and they're going to have a rude awakening. Go ahead.
In that day, I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen.
But he going to raise up that tabernacle of David that's fallen, meaning Israel on the north side and on the south side united. Ain't no more this side versus that side. One kingdom under the Most High. And what we gonna do?
And close up the breaches thereof.
We gonna close up them gaps between us. Go ahead.
And I will raise up his ruins. And I will build it as in the days of old.
We gonna be refreshed. Go ahead.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom.
And as a unit, we gonna possess the remnant of our enemies. Them over there, that Edomite, that devil over there, we gonna possess him. We gonna possess his family members, and we also gonna possess his land. Go ahead.
And of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this.
He said we gonna possess all the heathen. Right here it says called by my name, but when you go into the Hebrew, it just says called by name. So let's read them by name. Psalms 83 real quick. 83 and 1. Psalms 83:1. Let's read that list of these nations we're going to have ownership over.
Listen.
But the thing is, we got to know better, do better. And
Yes,
then we
sir.
gonna
Yes, sir.
do
Yes,
this
sir.
the right way.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep
man.
not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
Uh-huh.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Our enemies is making a noise. They partying with it. They loud, they proud, they got their hip, they got their chest puffed up, right? But it's going to be our turn. Go ahead.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsels against thy people.
They plotted against us, turned us against each other, erased us from history. So we thinking that this is a white man when it's really a black man.
Did bro say crafty counsels?
Yep, crafty
Oh
counsel.
my God, that was deep.
Crafty counsel.
And consulted against thy
That
hidden
mean
ones.
the
The
government?
hidden ones is the elected God.
You know, I think too. I'm a
It's talking
thinker.
about the United Nations. If you really get down to it, go ahead.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let's make it to where they're not a nation no more. Let's start with their heritage, the laws, statutes, commandments. Let's start with their language after that so they can't get into this Bible and read it for what it's really saying, right? And then let's tell them it's saying something completely different. Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
This is why you don't have Israelites no more. You got Israelis. They want people to forget that this is actually a people of God, like an actual nation. Now they say Israel's whoever want to repent and become a Christian, right?
We all brothers.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They came together with one consent. But this is what happens when you come together with one consent that ain't the Most High God. Once you guys get everything that you wanted out of that little bag of tricks, once that ain't good enough no more, you turn at each other. So now they back at war with each other. But we about to come rise up again. Go ahead.
They are confederate against thee.
Confederate against us. Go ahead.
The tabernacles of Edom
So that's one on the list. Edom, the white man, the devil, the Bible speaks of.
and the Ishmaelites.
Then the Ishmaelites, you got the Arab man. He gonna sell you every Swisher sweet you ever had your heart ready for, right? Every beer, every pork item that he got in his store that he won't give to his kids. That's an enemy right there. Go ahead.
Of Moab and the Hagarenes.
All you guys are on point.
So you got Hamites, you got these Africans, and then you got Moab, the Chinese man. Right, go ahead.
Gabal and Ammon and Amalek.
Oh, you got all these heathen people. You got the Japanese man, you got the fake Jewish man, right? What did it say about the Jewish man?
And Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
All of them, go ahead.
Assur also is joined with them.
So this is a list of our enemies that the Most High God said that we're going to possess. They're called by name, right? Let's get Numbers 24. Numbers 24 and 17 real quick. This is what the world called Jesus Christ is going to do when he gets back. This is something that's a part of what the world knows as the gospel. Gospel means good news. But what's good news for us ain't good news for everybody. We start to hear this good
Definitely
news.
not us.
That's right. We hear
Right.
this good news, and we
What
start
you
to
guys
realize-
say the other day? Whoever finished first, finished last. Whoever finished last, finished first. What did you say that, bro? That's how you know I be listening.
Book of Numbers, chapter 24, and verse 17. I shall see him, but not now.
So we gonna see him one day, but not now. Go ahead.
I shall behold him, but not nigh.
That day is near, but it's not right around the corner just yet. That's what this prophet is saying. Go ahead.
There shall come a star out of Jacob,
There's gonna come a star out of Jacob. This is talking about who the world calls Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
and a scepter shall rise out of Israel,
Rulership's gonna rise out of Israel. Our king. Go ahead.
and shall smite the corners of Moab,
We just read about Moab, right? The Chinese man, he gonna smite them, meaning he gonna destroy them. Go ahead.
and destroy all the children of Sheth,
All the children of Seth. This is really talking about Seth, the son of Adam that came after Abel that got killed, right? Go ahead.
and Edom shall be a possession.
Edom gonna be a possession. We just read about possessing Edom. Go ahead.
Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies,
And we're gonna take his land. Go ahead.
and Israel shall do valiantly.
We're gonna do valiantly because we're gonna get to put our hands on them too. That's all the revenge we need right there. So now we focus on grace and mercy for each other. Right? All that hate that we got for these heathen, we should have it ready for them. All them grudges we got about what happened to us, we're gonna take it out on them heathen. Right?
Right, I'm listening.
But our brothers and sisters, they need that forgiveness, right? They need that mercy. So we gotta channel that, and we gotta take the anger
You're
and save
break
it for that
about the
day.
guy that gives you a break. Can I talk again?
Yeah.
Some people don't believe in the brothers and sisters that you believe in. And I'm not drunk. Let me put this away. They always think I'm drunk. I'm actually sober now. My bad, bro. I say, let me talk fast. You know, I'm a fast talker. This is how you know I study. And this is how I'm going to say it again. I'm happy to see us together. You guys together. Their plan in COINTELPRO was to try to stop this, and they still can stop this. You guys still look beautiful. Black is beautiful, dog. I'm not just making this up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. You know how I be. I would say the same thing over and over and over. But am I right or wrong? And everybody doing this in the corner? I'm gonna keep it real with you. Did you see me doing it? Answer the question for real. Answer the question for real. You guys listening? Did you see me doing it? Boom. I'm gonna give you a secret why. Because when Malcolm X, you guys is real close to what Malcolm X was doing. Probably further now because you're still here. Excuse me if I'm saying the wrong thing, but you see where I'm going with this. He wanted to better black people, and not even just black people period, but black people. If you can better black people can better everybody. Because we was here with less and never had nothing. And look how beautiful, I'm gonna say the same thing. Look how beautiful you guys, how we look now. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker, look, do they come and give up the helicopter? Rest in peace to Kobe and his daughter, Gigi. Look what they did. My bad. He know how I talk. They know how I get. I'm a conspiracy theory guy, right? This is what I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do, right? Don't always let them know where you're gonna be, when you're coming, because if something happened to you, I'm coming. Now, South Seattle, you know what I'm saying about my brothers? They try to bust a move, nigga, I'm gonna bust a move, nigga. For real, nigga. About my black people that's trying to do something positive, nigga. Everybody ain't trying to do nothing positive, dog. And I'm not drunk. Everybody saying I'm drunk. How many times did I say positive? Bam. Love you guys. Okay,
see, you already got the law in your heart.
My bad. I love you guys. My bad.
You good? Check this out. Check this out.
Bring it in.
This is how you think. This is how you think. Watch this. This is how you know you're an Israelite. Leviticus 19 and
y'all don't listen, nigga. There's some good comments. I'm about to listen. Hear me? My bad. My
Watch
bad.
this. See if you agree with this.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people.
So I know you agree with not spreading rumors about your people, but watch this one. Watch this.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
That means if somebody about to shed your neighbor's blood, you're not supposed to stand there.
I'm finna go shed his blood.
Right?
Yeah, see, some stuff I should keep to myself, but you guys know how I am. I'm an extremist. I'm an Aryan. I'm saying if I'm at my bro's house, see, I'm more literal. And that's why I love what you guys are doing. Because I'm going to break it down what's going to happen in real life. Right? If I'm at my bro's house, whatever you guys house, and somebody come over there playing, I'm not finna just say, oh, I fake like I'm asleep. I'm one of them niggas, I'm gonna get up and get out here, nigga, and go to war. Nigga, anybody can get it. But I'm not saying a nigga, it could be somebody white outside. See where I was going with that? You didn't know where I was going. But I'm saying, my bad. See what I go with it? I got that Tupac in me. But I can feel it. You guys is on, you guys bring that spirit back that you know what I'm saying? Anyway, my bad. You just know it's hard to get me inspired, nigga. If you get me inspired, nigga, I love these guys, nigga, and I'm not faking, nigga. Sorry about that, bro.
You good. You on fire with it. That's the point. That's the point.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people.
So for the sister that walked up too, if we kept the laws of God, brothers wouldn't be spreading rumors about their brothers, sisters wouldn't be spreading rumors about their sisters. When we go to Christian church, they tell us if we keep this law, we're gonna die. Ain't that crazy? So the design is to turn our minds from the things that make sense in the world, like not sowing discord against your brother or making it to where potential warfare gonna break out, right? We supposed to love each other to the point where we not making up shit about each other. Christian church says the opposite, so that's strike one.
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Imagine what George Floyd would be doing right now if brothers wasn't standing there recording him instead of getting that policeman. This is the law of God. This is why we falling apart as a nation, because we don't have the heart to keep the laws of God. Right? You familiar with this information, sis? You familiar with this information?
A little bit. I met the week before.
All praises, all praises. What
I was
was your
supposed to come
takeaway?
back last week, but I had some things to do.
At least you came back. We just talked.
King Corn beats be killing shit.
We was powers on this earth once, and we was all about the mirth once. Idol worship, murder like the first of the month. Hit a nigga with the bic like he need a light. That's what you do when you on fourth, or else you got a punt. But we ain't needed when we cry for Egypt flesh, nah. So it's Egypt that we got, and we hella mad. These crackers soaring off our shoulders like some helipads. They see our sweat, but they don't feel us like we holograms. I'll be damned, another black man shot again.